Go ahead, but move it again a little bit more like stage 3 now, at a little faster pace. And with consonants playing consonant to consonant, you can pick up the pace more. We value health and nutrition and the principle of helping people gain strength to help themselves.
We value health and nutrition and the principle of helping people gain strength to help themselves through cornerstone initiatives like Feed the Future. We help countries not only plant and harvest better food, but we also help them break the cycle of poverty, of poor nutrition, and of hunger. We seek to reduce maternal mortality, eradicate polio, and protect people from malaria, tuberculosis, pandemic influenza.
Okay, let's try that sentence again and find a build for it, right? Because you know, anytime you've got a list of things like that, you want to use intonation to give it some kind of a build.
We, we seek to reduce maternal mortality, eradicate polio, and protect people from malaria, tuberculosis, and pandemic influenza.
That's much better. See, that's much more interesting than the way you first read it. Keep going.
And I will tell you proudly that through the Global Health Initiative and programs that I was proud to have and hand in helping to create,
Okay, so
like
you got this that Z sound because it's next to a voiced M, right? But you made it more like an S, so it's programs, programs.
and I will tell you proudly that through the Global Health Initiative and programs that was proud to have a hand in helping to create, like PEPFAR, we have saved the lives of 5 million people in Africa through.
What a difference it makes. Just so much better not to see your hands moving around like that. So really, especially if you're doing presentations or anything like that, this is an important thing to keep in mind. And something, I mean, again, just the fact that that there's no distraction, you know, with your hands or your arms, just sitting there has looks so much better, and it's not distracting anymore. But it's also something that people are often not aware of, that actors are, is that when you're standing, taking this now into from a sitting to a standing thing, just standing with your arms at your sides looks perfectly natural. And you'll see actors when they're not doing anything in particular, you know, when they're not doing anything in particular, you'll see that they just got their arms straight at their side. Now, people feel awkward sometimes. They feel like they must look wrong, but it doesn't. That's the thing. It looks the most natural thing at all. If your arms are just straight at your side, not doing anything, if they're just hanging there comfortably like that, that's the normal posture that you want when you're not using your arms for anything. I mean, it's okay to put hands in your pockets, you know, or put a hand in one pocket. That's fine too, that kind of thing, you know. But really, most of the time, you look just fine with your arms just straight at your side. Let's just take that sentence again, and again, look for the fact that you've got comma, comma, you know, a list. All those, you can see a list coming up. Look for that as a way to make some kind of a build out of it. And actually, look, it even starts with the first comma. In the last year alone, and see, if you go up in pitch there, that's the kind of thing where I can just leave that, I can leave that in suspense if I want to, and you'll still be waiting for me to finish it. In the last year alone, you're still waiting. You're waiting because, you know, I've built it up like that. In the last year alone, More than 10,000, he could actually take that long a pause. As long as you go up in pitch, you can take that long a pause.
In the last year alone, more than 10,000 citizens of foreign countries.
Do that sentence again. And while you've been doing a pretty good job of this, drive the tone down to even lower, because there's some E's and A's in there, some E's that you can really make more your tonal anchors and really focus on getting it deeper.
And when we help others crack down.
And you can do it, even on the first one there, even with we. And when we help others.
And when we help others crack down on corruption, that makes it easy
low tone.
for our own
go for lowest tones as you can feel.
And when we help others crack down on corruption, that makes it easier for our own compliance against corruption. And it makes it easier for our companies to do business as well.
Wow, it sounds so much better. When you drive that tone to a lower pitch, it sounds so much better. It's got such a good sound quality to it when you do that. Try and keep reminding yourself to work on getting a lower tone all the time. And stretch first, because now you're not relaxed enough. And being more relaxed is also going to be part of your technique, right? For getting into a lower pitch. When your body's more relaxed, everything just drops down to a lower pitch. When we join with other nations to reduce the nuclear threat, we build, you can be more conversational too. And more like you're addressing just one person. We build partnerships that mean we don't have to fight. I'm deliberately using every one of those tonal anchors to keep pushing the tone down lower. Need a little bit stronger when we help others. I'm really playing the N and the Z sound there. When we help others. And now that I'm working for a lower tone, it's easier. Now I've got more tone, it's easier to really feel those. When we help others.
When we help others create the space that they need to build stability in their own communities, we are actually helping brave people build a better, more democratic future.
Those final ends could be a little longer. Now, if you think about it, I notice you've been taking some notes too, but I'm just going over a few things, and longer N's, longer M's, feeling the tonals E's and A's. Those are the things you still want to exaggerate even in conversational speech, right? Even in conversational speech, because that's the only way you'll build the habit of feeling those good tones. Sacred trust. See, I played it pretty strong, but really it doesn't sound that much like an exercise. Sacred trust for children.
Sacred trust we keep for our children.
Be careful of those GD sounds, because you're going to go to that that CH sound. That's your native accent coming in. Going to the unvoiced counterpart. The GD sounds are really going to take a lot of attention to be sure you've got enough vibration in them. Ravaged. Be sure you feel that vibration. Ravaged.
And that is an environment not ravaged by rising seas. We need to commit ourselves to doing the smart thing and the right thing, and to truly take on this challenge, because if we don't rise to meet it, then rising temperatures and rising sea levels will surely lead to rising costs down the road. Ask any insurance company in America. If we waste this opportunity, it may be the only thing our generation.
Okay, let's take that again from the top here. Let's face it. And let me go through it once, because now I want you to do it pretty much as fast as you can, right? Getting back to that kind of an exercise. Because when you really make it a speed challenge, it's going to kind of force you to select where the operative words are, right? Because you've got to go very fast over everything in between the operative words, and yet still not rush over those. You still got to get the ideas across. Let's face it, we're all in this one together. No nation can stand alone. We share nothing so completely as our planet. When we work with others, large and small, to develop and deploy the clean technologies that will power a new world, and they're waiting for us, $6 trillion market, huge amount of jobs. When we do that, we know we're helping create the new markets and new opportunities for America's second to none innovators and entrepreneurs, so that we can succeed in the next great revolution in our marketplace. We need to commit ourselves in doing the smart thing and the right thing and truly take on this challenge, because if we don't rise to meet it, then rising temperatures and rising sea levels will surely lead to rising costs down the road. Ask any insurance company in America. If we waste this opportunity, it will be the only thing our generation. Go ahead. And yeah, that doesn't mean, do it the same way I did, but just try to find the operative words and use and get those across. And again, I think it forces you to use more intonation. Not just finding the operative words, but now you've got to use intonation to make the ideas go across, because you've got to do it fast.
Let's face it, we are all in this one together. No nation can stand alone. We share nothing so completely as our planet. When we work with others, large and small, to develop and deploy the clean technologies that will power a new world, and they are there waiting for us. $6 trillion market, $6 trillion market, a huge amount of jobs. When we do that, we know we're helping create the new markets and new opportunities for America's second to none innovators and entrepreneurs, so that we can succeed in the next great revolution in our marketplace. We need to commit ourselves to doing the smart thing and the right thing, and to truly take on this challenge. Because if we don't rise to meet it, then the rising temperatures and the rising sea levels will surely lead to rising costs down the road. Ask any insurance company in America. If we waste this opportunity, it may be the only thing our generations are remembered for. We need to find the courage to leave a far different legacy.
And here's that DG. It's that DG sound. That's what you need to work on, the DG sound. Because you said courage. 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 But look how clear everything is. Even when you pick up that much speed, you just about doubled your speed, and yet everything was even clearer than when you were going slower. I mean, in terms of getting the ideas across. But also the pronunciation on all the vowels and the consonants was clear, because we've been working on those ends and everything. Even though you picked up that much speed, it still had all the consonants being played. So keep that speed now. We cannot talk about the unprecedented changes happening in our planet, moreover, without also talking about the unprecedented changes in its population. Another great opportunity at our fingertips.
We cannot talk about the unprecedented changes happening to our planet, moreover, without also talking about the unprecedented changes in its population, another great opportunity at our fingertips. In countries across North Africa and the Middle East, the majority of people are younger than 30 years old, 60% under 30, 50% under 21, 40% under 18, about half of the total under 20.
That was very good, what you just did right there. You got that build, right? There was a slightly different intonation for every one of those items. That was perfect. Go ahead. Still a problem, both on stop and responding. They need to be big number 4 openings, even though, they may not be there for very long. They happen fast, but they've got to be bigger openings. Stop responding. Stop responding. Say that.
Stop responding.
Now,
Stop responding.
yeah, see, they could be even bigger. Stop. I could tell just by listening. Stop responding.
Stop responding.
At least that big. Stop responding.
Stop responding.
Right.